Hello, everyone. I am Chestic44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we went and dealt with a bunch of Crusade things going on around here. And I think we've done most of the Crusade stuff that needs to be taken care of. I think the only thing we really have left, aside from, like, a few decrees and such that we need to finish off, including, well, we're almost done with logistics, but I think we have stuff being constructed here, and once they're done, we'll have it. Yeah, once the construction is done here, we'll be able to do that, but then we have 10 days before we finish Northern Lights, and we can finish off that. I think I'm waiting for something to do with that, so I'm not going to do military exercise. I mean, I could. Not really a point to it at this point, so I'm not gonna bother. Anyway, our men are going to head out. Let's see. There it is. There's the demon army we need to deal with. Setsuna is gonna need to take care of that. He'll go take care of this demon army and then head down and take care of that. We could actually warp him over to the last barrier, I think. Skip a day. Alright, Setsuna, go take care of that guy. Looks like it'll be next time. Heartblood. A scouting party has discovered a blood spring that heals wounds and can even save those who are terminally ill. The healers are asking for permission to use this blood in the making of healing potions, but there are numerous accounts that those healed by the waters of the spring have become more hateful and ruthless. We can allow it, so all units gain tough, +2 resistance to saving throws against disease and poison, or refuse it and Crusade morale increases. I'll be honest, it doesn't sound like a very good idea. Even though I don't need the morale, I'm refusing the request. Despite its useful qualities, the blood spring frightened the soldiers. The knowledge that they will not be forced to drink blood potions has lifted the spirits of many. Yeah, I imagine so. Agaboya, you head back to where you were going to stay. There we go. Setsuna, next round you'll be taking care of that. There we go. And you're dealt with. Now, Setsuna, if you were to go down to here, how long would it take? Probably like 3 days, so honestly I'm fine with doing that. Because letting time pass so we can get more things here. There we go. Havoc Dragons. Go with that. It'll take 2 days. Okay. Skip another day. Agaboya, you are where you need to be. We could hire more men, but honestly at this point, okay, actually, I take it back. There are some there that I want. Like, we don't really need them. We're basically done with the fighting, and our military is at max. Oh, logistics is good, too. So, we don't really need to. But I do kind of want more of those guys in Setsuna's army for the sake of having them there. So, okay. Recruit stone infantry twice. And recruit some more sorcerers. And you may as well get more of you. And you guys are going to go and meet up with them. It's gonna take a while, but you'll make it there. Eventually. Let's see. We got you, you, and you. Do the free search. Nothing new. You 3 are gonna go down and join up with Agaboya. And I mean, I could have a bunch of you guys join up with Odan. Yeah, may as well. Oh wait, I'm out of I'm out of resources. You know what? We're fine. Setsuna, continue on your march. Okay. Next round. The Havoc Dragons are here. Havoc Dragons, join up with Odan's reserves. Call the Azadas. We can go with that. Get the Brylanis. I'd like to do the logistics reform, but I can't for another 6 days. Okay, you. Head on over. You. Merge in with these guys. Boom. Boom. And boom. And Setsuna, march on over. And let me drop a save before we fight this demon army. That said, I do have an idea that'll make this funnier. Okay, let's go with Mark of Terror. Mighty Tempest. Call to Arms on Setsuna. Amplify Resistance on Setsuna. And we can do Power of Gold. And Song of Deceiving. All enemy units in all armies. Okay. Well, there we go. Now go into the army. Alright, so... Firestorm. Not gonna work on the Baelors. Lilitus, Galus, Vrolokais, and Vavakias. Burn them all. Well, that was a complete and utter destruction. The other one, call lightning. Oh no, that won't work. Ice Storm. Well, that was easy. There we go, mission complete. Now we just need to meet up with this other force that's coming towards us. There we go. Agaboya, you're fine where you are. And let's skip a day. The relic will be augmented, just as we wanted. The army of the Champions of the Abyss gathered at Karamzada was thought to be invincible. The crushing defeat delivered by the commander has demonstrated the folly of this belief. The greatest, fiercest, and proudest warriors of the Abyss have been put into the dry Sarkorian ground, thus proving that even demonic rage cannot bring down the fearless defenders of Galarian. And 2 visitors have arrived in Dresden. They are requesting permission to conduct rituals over the remains of the Face Stealer's mask. One of these spellcasters wishes to save the spirit of the fallen madman, while the other seeks to make him experience true torture. The commander needs to decide who to support. Let's see. Pristine Mind. Whenever the wearer of this Belt of Physical Perfection plus 4 makes an attack roll to confirm a crit, it automatically succeeds. Or... Belt of Physical Perfection plus 4 kills an enemy at full health with a single hit. All enemies in the 30-foot radius become staggered for 1 round. I'm gonna go with automatic crit confirming. The humble monk once almost fell victim to the faceless Sphinx, just as Lurk Ha'an had. Only humility saved him from madness, and the monk has wanted to show mercy to the fallen sage ever since. He meditated over the relic, contacted the Face Stealer's spirit, and shared his enlightenment. The relic of Lurk Ha'an thus became a testament to the fact that no evil magic lasts forever, and every evil can be overcome. Alright. Now we have all the diplomacies, which are all items we can get, but there's no more that I really want to get. So I think we're fine. And I think we may have to talk to someone now. Hello there. Commander, the army of the Champions of the Abyss has been routed. Karamzada has fled to Threshold and abandoned his invincible allies. Odan's pale face, normally so calm, now bears an expression of barely contained exultation. This is a triumph for all of Galarian. We've made it clear to every plane out there that we can repel an attack by any opponent. As long as heroes like our soldiers are protecting Galarian's borders, I wouldn't recommend showing up here uninvited. We've taught the demons a lesson they won't soon forget. The sacrifices we've made in this war have thus proven effective. Seems like your path is to knock one esteemed Abyss Dweller after another off their pedestals. Who's going to be your next enemy, Lamashtu herself? Take that, you vermin! For Sarkoris! For the war chief! Ha 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 ha! The troops are still in the process of tallying up the spoils, and the battlefield looks like a blood-soaked treasure vault. The demons learned that it was dangerous to mess with those mad Galarians, so they splurged on the best gear. It's all ours now, and we need to decide what to do with it. Are we going to keep these artifacts for ourselves, demonstrate our trophies to all of Avestan, or destroy them in divine purifying flame? Your dream has come true. The greatest general of the Abyss is undone. Odan lowers his head humbly. I bow to your strategic genius. Did you find what you were looking for on the front lines? I have not found peace, and my dreams burn still. And yet, I found the courage to stand against the flames. Odan looks at you directly and fearlessly, as befits a man who has met his doom and refused to give in. What are you going to do now? I will go on protecting people, in memory of the fallen and for the glory of the living. My service will not end until I draw my last breath. You're a worthy soldier, Odan. Carry on with your service. I have become so thanks to you. Know that I will always remember the one who believed in me and gave me a chance to atone for the sins of the past. So, with this one, the commander gains arm to the... If we take every weapon we can get, the commander gains the arm to the teeth feat, which provides a +3 luck bonus to damage. Nice. For the trophies, Doom of the Demons, a +3 bonus to attack. And for burning them all, Favor of the Gods, a +3 luck bonus to AC. Damage would be pretty good. AC would be nice, but attack, that means I'm actually able to hit more. And I am a frontline fighter. That is 100% really good. Place all the trophies somewhere in plain sight as a symbol of our victory. Let our triumph be known to all. I have no doubt that after this show of strength, the demons will be even more afraid of your all-crushing power. Standing solemnly, Odan says in a slightly trembling voice, What I'm about to say may be inappropriate, even unacceptable for an officer speaking to their superior. But I am proud to serve you. When I was a boy, I imagined myself as a general who would give back to the armies of Mendev their unstoppable might. Then I grew up and left those childish fantasies behind. But then you appeared, and they weren't childhood fantasies anymore, and I was even able to participate. Could I dream of anything more? Never. At last, the Crusader army has regained the glory and might unseen since the days of the First Crusade. The trials we have overcome together have made our warriors into ideal soldiers, cogs in the mechanism of war. Good work, Commander. I never thought I'd be interested in a career in the military, but I suppose even I wouldn't mind serving in such an unstoppable and well-arranged army. If I were younger and the pay were higher. You're an odd duck, Odan. What kind of a person dreams of war? A loving family, a warm house, crisp beer in the cellar. Sure, that's something to aim for. But war? Where's the dream in that? Well, except for dreaming that it'll end soon so you can get on with living your real life. And thank the gods we've made that happen at last. Odan squares his shoulders and salutes you solemnly. Commander, it is an honor for me and for all of your officers to serve in your army. That's the end of the military goals. Now all that's left is logistics, and I'm going to need to skip days for a while in order to get that. Which I am fine with doing. 5 days? Yeah, we can do that. Campaign sets in a actually, you guys head on over this way. There we go. Merge right in. Not that we need you, but what the hell. And now Setsuna, you're gonna head way up to here. A couple days to reach, but that's a fine. Skip a day. Alright, Brylani Azadas are here. You are going to continue upwards. The Brylani Azadas are going to meet up with you. Defenders of Freedom, the Yama Azadas, and a mysterious wanderer who calls herself a dragon scion is asking the commander for help. She claims that her heritage grants her the ability to transform into a true dragon, but to do so she needs to track down an evil dragon, kill it, eat its heart, and wash herself in its hot blood. The young woman will need supplies and possibly a number of worthy allies. We can assist the wanderer, which adds a load of finance points. Okay. Talk the maiden out of it. A young talented general is recruited. Send worthy knights with her. Recruitment growth for trainable cavalry units reduces by 50% for 15 days, and a silver dragon is recruited. Or, teach the Wanderer the Dragon Slayer's craft. Adds finance points and provides a gift for Greybor. You know what? Let's go with that. Greybor, who has some experience in killing dragons, has agreed to teach the Wanderer his trade. But it will take time. Which I'm fine with. Alright. We're good there. And skip a day. Raising a Dragon Slayer. We'll do that soon. Setsuna, head on up. Merge up. There's the Azadas. Alright, skip a day. We got some Yama Azadas. Raise the Dragon Slayer, 14 days, that's fine. And it looks like we got some forces that need to be dealt with. Agaboya, you take care of this one. Got it. Ooh, Agaboya, you leveled up. +3 to saving throws. Spellcasting units gain a bonus. Bonus to energy. We'll go with protective wards again. Agaboya, you can head back up. Setsuna. His force is up there. Yeah, we can take care of that. And dealt with. Alright, Setsuna, head back. And the Yama Azadas can head on over to here. Okay, there we go. Skip a day. Agaboya, head back to where you were going. Setsuna, head back over, merge up with these guys. There we go. Skip one more day, Northern Lights is done. The artifact is complete. The commander now has a secret weapon that can be used during the assault on the Threshold Fortress. Okay, that'll be good when we get to it. Now, logistics reform. Get it done. Skip another day. Logistics reform done. Now let's meet with the Logistics Council. I don't think you guys have anything else to do. Yep, you're good. Hello, Dorgalinda. Commander! Dorgalinda is avoiding your gaze. Her voice sounds hollow. I've been doing everything to prevent this, but the hardship has done its work. More and more suppliers are raising prices, demanding to be paid up front, or just cutting all ties. Voluntary contributions are dwindling by the month. It's time for decisive measures, or we won't have any means of waging war at all. There's only one option left. Compulsory requisitions. My suggestion is to collect all that we need from the common folk of Mendev. Robbing the people is the last thing I'd advise, but what can you do? We'll say it's a donation to support the War of Faith. We'll set up a temple and send some clerics to go with the soldiers. The clerics who will agree to go, that is. So by decisive measures, you mean robberies? Then it's obvious who we should start with. The rich and the aristocracy, of course. They've got enough gold tucked away in their castles and mansions to supply our soldiers with everything they need, and still leave some coin left over for us. If we must rob people, let's rob those who rob others. Thieves, bandits, fences. That wouldn't be such a terrible deed, would it? Look, Commander, you're an authority here, after all. Authorities don't rob, they collect taxes on a not entirely voluntary basis. Announce an emergency tax collection involving merchants and other well-off types. Yes, we're still going to bleed them dry, but at least we're following the law instead of acting like bandits. Doesn't even say what they do. How has it come to be that we ourselves are now the fellows of the Crusades? As soon as we began to claim abandoned property, people started to say we were scavengers, looking to profit from war and death. And some of the things we took ended up having inheritors, legal representatives of their missing owners, and other characters who hadn't cared about their property for years, but cried out in protest the moment we laid a finger on it. I guess it doesn't bother them that we're in the middle of this little thing called a war. Ah. Tell me more about your suggestions. Woljif, what are you suggesting? Where do you go to get money? To those who have lots of it, obviously. We'll make those pampered Mendavian nobles pay up, all those barons and counts, anyone with a big purse, really. Can you imagine all the stuff they've got? Our soldiers will be walking around in silk cloaks and eating off silver. You're talking about the same nobles who've been sending their sons and daughters to this bloody war for a century. Don't you think they've been paying up with blood instead of gold? And you think those hereditary warriors will give you the keys to their family vaults just like that? The only thing they'll give you, Woljif, is a sock upside the head. But it looks like that's exactly what you need. Arushli, what's your opinion? If we have to rob someone, it should be robbers and brigands. Unfortunately, we've come to know many of them well in the time we've spent overseeing the Crusade's logistics. I mean, it's not that I believe in garbage like honor among thieves or whatever, but let's not. Commander, you gotta know what's good for us. We won't step on the toes, claws, and tentacles of some idiot thugs from the back alleys. That'll just upset the higher-ups. Serious criminals and guilds with connections on all continents. Do we really need an enemy like that? Trust me, Baphomet will seem like a pretty nice guy compared to, say, the Tetrad Consortium or the Council of Thieves. Lan, what do you think? The Commander is not some kind of bandit queen. You've got more than brute force, you have legal power as well, so use it. Mendev has lots and lots of rich folk who have never donated a coin to our cause. Well, if they won't do it themselves, you'll just have to compel them. Use your authority to call for emergency tax collection. It's basically the same as robbery, but at least we're doing it by the book. You know, I've always wondered why some people, decent folks all in all, turn into the most cocky pricks imaginable the moment they get any kind of power. Thanks, Lan. Now I've seen how it happens with my own eyes. Dorgalindo, what's your plan? The people of Mendev are used to paying for the Crusade. They'll do it again. Some church will surely support us and let us act on their behalf if we give them a modest donation out of what we collect. This whole thing is a disgrace, of course. Common Mendavians have suffered more than anyone in this war. Taking from them what little they have left is unconscionable. So, we don't even see what the effect of what we choose will be. We can either request from the nobles and rich, rob bandits in the black market, announce an emergency tax collection, collect donations from the common people, or say we don't want to rob anyone. Well, 100% we're not robbing the common people. An emergency tax collection would probably also end up affecting the common people in addition to the rich. Robbing the rich and the bandits probably seems the best option. The bandits have already stolen it, so we're just stealing from thieves. So, there's not really much in the ethical quandary area there. And robbing from the rich and giving to the Crusade, it's not robbing from the rich and giving to the poor, but it's still nice. Then again, I don't want to rob anyone. I don't want to become a fellow of the Crusade. Nobody does, but there's nothing we can do at this point. If you don't want to give the order now, just sit with it for a while, gather your thoughts, summon your will. When you make up your mind, the order will be waiting on the table for you to sign. In truth, it doesn't make much of a difference whom we collect these donations from. We'll be known as muggers all the same. Either way, we'll get through this crisis. It won't be easy, I can promise you that, but when has it ever been easy for us? I'll report the results of the fundraising efforts in due time. I imagine so. But we're not going to rob anyone. That's not the intention. So then, if I pass one more day... Let's see. Call the Azadas again, and requisitions. Those who do not wish to give even a small share of their riches to the Crusade will lose much more because of their greed. Units of merciless, armed, bandit-like treasurers will persuade each and every one of them to share their hard-earned property with the Crusaders. 30 days to do it. I am not going to. You can call me Helper. The soldiers are telling stories about a spirit who comes to them in times of need and introduces himself as the Helper. His arrival is accompanied by ominous signs such as raining blood or the smell of carrion, but he saves warriors and demands nothing in return. We can hunt down the spirit. Provides a trophy from the evil spirit. Don't need that. Convince them not to accept the spirit's help for leadership points. Encourage them to accept the help, where we gain reduction of losses. Or send Aru to find the spirit. All generals gain knowledge of the chosen ones. Let's send Aru. Having joined forces with Arushle, the clerics soon found the spirit. He told them that he used to be a servant to an evil spellcaster who made him commit heinous deeds. After his master's death, the spirit tried to atone for his sins. The clerics helped him purge himself of all evil, and in gratitude, the helper revealed his magical secrets to them. Okay. +3 bonus to power and +10 bonus to energy. Alright. Well, I'm not going to do anything else. I am not going to do the requisitions. That does not sound like a very good thing. So, I think we're ultimately done. I am not going to buy any more of these. There's no point in it. So, I think we're done here. And next episode, we need to make our way to one of the main quest areas. We're gonna go to the Ineluctable Prison. I just need to find the right portal to take to get to it. It'll take a little time, but we'll get there. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44, Fly. That is me. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. And I shall see you all next time.